And so, after killing Salazar, you meet up with Ada.
And I'm back.
you meet up with Ada.
Wait.
Ada takes you to the island. And so, all that's really left is a bunch of Marine soldier people, but then there's someone from your past you end up getting to meet, and his name is known as Jack Krauser.
Comrade.
Jack and Leon used to work together, and of course, when playing Dark Side Chronicles, it shows a side about how Jack Krauser learns about the virus and all this stuff and how it can give you all this power, and he gets his power, and eventually the first fight you have with Krauser is an action command knife fight.
Yeah, you're sword fighting but with Peter Pan daggers.
And so now after that, he gets away because Ada saved your life, and then you have another fight with him, but then his arm is all mutated and turns into this blade thing.
Yeah, this whole big claw
and then
sword thing. You have to go run around and getting these little plaque pieces.
Right.
The animal, or the lion, the snake, and the
goat thing.
Yeah. And those are for after you finish him off. But you go and you chase him around and shoot him while he's doing his little instant transmission run kind of deal. And when you chase him to the top of a spire, a castle spire, after he shows you his big arm form, you go in all commando and fight
him.
You
have a boss fight with him. Eventually he does die, and then you get the hell out of there. And then, so there's not too much left. You have Leon versus the world, and then of course you meet Mike comes to the party.
Yeah.
But you don't really get to see what he looks like. He's just the pilot. And helps Leon by shooting all these guys for you.
For about 15 minutes.
But then, one of Sadler's men has an RPG and shoots a rocket at Mike. Mike dies. Leon's like, Mike! And, well, so much for getting a drink when they get back.
I'll drink 2 for you.
But eventually, they get to a part where, Leon and Ashley reunite again after, losing her 5 times, and they find a room that actually can destroy the parasite that's inside of Leon and Ashley. They do that, and then there's only one more thing to do. Leon goes up and fights Sadler, and Ada helps by throwing you a rocket launcher, and then you have your slowdown of seeing a rocket destroy yet another monster, and then Ada gives you a key to her jet
with the little teddy bear on it.
I know, it's hilarious. And then it gives you of course, the key to the jet ski. You go back to Ashley, you get the hell out of there, and you get to the jet ski, you jet your ski your way through the tunnel area, and
it's
then,
a pretty epic.
Yeah, and then pretty much the game's over. Ashley's saved. Leon takes Ashley back to her father, and
I just remember that YouTube poop we watched.
Oh yeah.
How about some overtime? Boing. Pew!
And so that's the end of Resident Evil 4.
And we wait a couple years, so now it's 2009.
Which ends up bringing to Resident Evil 5.
Well, actually, in between 4 and 5, that's around the time where Degeneration or whatever.
Yeah, that's where Degeneration happens, but that's more of a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Where it shows with Leon and Claire, they bring back some zombies, you do that. and
all that good stuff. Get trapped
it's
in
an airport, that kind of stuff. And of course, after that, the new game that just came out for the 3DS, Resident Evil Revelations, that explains more of the new group that Chris and Jill are in, which is the BSAA, the people that determine destroy bio weapons. But of course, I'm still in the works of trying to get through Revelations. So all I know is that most of the game takes place on a ship. But other than that, we eventually in 2009 we get to Resident Evil 5, where Chris discovers at this point Chris thinks that Jill died because they find Wesker in where Spencer is living, and Wesker kills Spencer. And
after becoming a god.
Yeah, god. And then, but Wesker, like Jill, I guess it saves Chris, but they end up, like Jill and Wesker fall out the window, and then after that point, Chris thinks that Jill's dead, and, but anyways, when Chris gets to the town, I can't think of the town's name, Kinju or Kinja
or something like
that. Kinjunju. Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. But he ends up having a partner there known as Sheva,
or better known as Player 2.
Player 2, yes. Player 2. You've always been a good player 2.
I know, right?
And of course, Sheva is one of the first African American.
Way to be politically correct.
I guess she's more African because she doesn't live in American, but she's first African player to be played as and well, anyways, yeah.
You go through the village and you see all these people beating the shit out of things and.
Yeah, people, all these guys beating the shit out of people, and then you get to the village of this place, where, where you see Conway West, talking on the microphone.
Going, wait, your zombie game was good, but I think this game is the best game ever.
And they, terminate the guy who gives you guns at the beginning. With the giant, the replacement of the Chainsaw Man. Well, there is Chainsaw Man, but with the gigantic Axe Man. And, he is brutal as hell. And so you go for, a village thing, and then eventually these people in a helicopter come to save Chris and Sheva. And then, well, anyways, after saving them, you continue through it.
Yep.
And you end up finding this guy known as Irving, Colt McCusker.
Yeah, he looks like a kid David and I went to high school with.
But Irving gets saved by this girl in a bird-looking mask, which we find out later who it really is. And after fighting a bunch of mutated bat monsters and an older looking El Gigante and all that stuff.
It was a soldier for a penis.
Yeah, he had a soldier penis. And you learn a little bit more. Chris tells Sheva about his backstory, and Sheva says stuff about her, and you meet people like Josh, who's, Sheva's, partner, or whatever, or captain, or I don't know.